TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
I'm David C. Chavis, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, this one was supposed to go 7. It's been good. It's been back and forth. You got one guy injured, one guy sick, and you're going back on the road to try to win a Game 7 if you're the Denver Nuggets. But last night, you got a little help for your star. Jokic was great because Jokic is great. Jamal Murray was sick. Jamal Murray was good. And the Denver Nuggets live to see a Game 7. They will go back to Oklahoma and play Game 7 tomorrow after winning 119-107 last night. Lobo baseball at home, big game last night. Couple costly decisions, had some dudes thrown out at the plate. They get beat last night by a score of 7-5. We'll get there as well in a gigantic upset in the state high school baseball tournament. Good morning, boys and girls. You made it to Friday. Happy Friday to you. It is the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Thank you for spending your morning with us. I'm Jeff Symbieta. He is JJ Buck. How you living?
Oh, what it do?
Happy Friday, dude.
Happy Friday.
Boy, you didn't want to have faith in your Nuggets, huh? And that might be it's hard to get the fan out of you, isn't it? Right?
It's not that I didn't have faith. I don't pick my team to win every game just because I'm a fan.
But I don't think you pick your team to win any game. That right? Is that like and I do that a lot too. The psychological. No, they're gonna.
I don't think it's being too much when your team's a 10.5-point dog in a game and not picking.
The other night, yeah, I was with you the other night when they were 10.5-point dogs. Although I did love the 10.5, and it was juicy enough to win. they win last night, and they got a shot. Now, Jamal Murray was questionable. He had an illness. He woke up. He didn't feel well, said there's no doubt I was going to play. He played well, scored 25 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Jokic was Jokic, 29, 14, and 8. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Aaron Murray is Nikola Jokic. I don't want to sit here and say you can't win without Aaron Gordon going into the final game, but Aaron Gordon has been such a key component in this series. Now, yesterday, his stat line might not be impressive, 5, 7, and 7, but he contributes on both ends of the floor. He's been so key, and the hamstring, in your words, was concerning, is what you said to me this morning, right?
Yeah, without Aaron Gordon, I'm going to pick against Denver Nuggets again.
Yeah, I might too.
He's their most versatile player. He's their best defender inside and out. The effort that he puts in, the junk defenses that the Denver Nuggets thrown out there, playing a ton of zone in the first half, it works with the effort that they played with. And without Aaron Gordon, going back to Oklahoma City, it's advantage Thunder because I think you're going to get a better shooting game overall. Now, Thunder have some questions to answer themselves. Jalen Williams showing up in this series. He was the second best player for Oklahoma State all season long. He's really struggled offensively. But the injuries changed the series, and while it's not the number one player, it is at times the second most important player for the Denver Nuggets because of his versatility.
Yes, and yes. It should be Chet Holmgren, but I agree with you on the Jalen Williams thing. And he only had 6 points and 6 rebounds yesterday in 38 minutes. They need help from somewhere else. Holmgren had 19. SGA had 32 for them. I thought the difference to me in this game, and by the way, let me go 2 things. First of all, I thought the Nuggets hit shots, especially early. They hit the wide open shots. To me, they could have won Game 6. I'm sorry, Game 5. The game that they just got beat in Oklahoma. I didn't think Oklahoma City did anything spectacularly defensively. I just thought the Nuggets missed wide open threes in the fourth quarter. Right? I mean, you think I'm wrong? They got shots that they
missed a lot of shots late, and to your point, they hit shots early because then both teams from distance were not good last night.
I thought the game was over, and then I started getting really nervous for you. When Oklahoma City started forcing turnovers on 3 consecutive possessions in the last 3.5 minutes, and I'm like, are they just going to hand this thing away? When they went down 3 times in a row and didn't get a shot off, when Oklahoma City's defense ratcheted up, and I think they got it to within 7, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm like, holy bleep, like this is going to be, this would be one of the worst collapses ever, simply because they're turning the ball over so much. They figured it out. They held it together. I thought there was an inbounds play where Jokic got fouled. The ball went straight up in the air. They inbounded at half court after a timeout. They inbounded right to him on the near sideline, and he got double teamed. The ball went straight up in the air. I didn't think he got hit, but he hit the 2 free throws. I got nervous for you right there at the end because they were turning the ball over like crazy.
Yeah, you get tight. The pressure ramps up from the Thunder there late, and if you're Denver, it was one where definitely the character of that team showed. Jamal Murray scoring 25 points, being under the weather, having his flu game in his postseason career. And I know we talk about depth all the time, and it doesn't mean that players don't matter, but I think when people talk about depth, they think, you got to go 8, 9, 10. No, you need one. You need one person that can fill some minutes and step up, and it's been Russell Westbrook throughout the postseason. He was awful last night, almost tanked them at the end of the first quarter when they had a lead slip away, and it became like a 4 or 5 point game, a big finish by the Thunder. And then Strawweather in the second half was that guy. And you're looking for one dude to step up. And that's why when I talk about depth, it's not that bench players aren't important. I just think sometimes we get so caught up and go, oh, they play 8, 9, 10 guys. No, you need one dude that can step up and do something, have a role player game, and the Nuggets got that.
That'll be the Julian Strawther game, kind of like 2 nights ago in Boston. It'll be the Luke Cornett game, right?
Yes.
I like Julian Strawther. If you don't follow him, you have no idea. I think I remember him playing at Gonzaga. Right? The Luke Cornett game. Like, if you're from Vanderbilt, you're like, that's my dude. Remember how good Cornett was, right? I don't know if those guys could duplicate it. There's a reason they're not getting time, or maybe it is. Like I look at Jonathan Kuminga at Golden State, who had not played significant minutes. He gave you consistent significant minutes in the playoffs when Steph Curry went down, right? Sometimes, and this goes two ways. Sometimes the dude just needs his chance, and he gets out there like Luke Cornett or Julian Strother last night, and he shows you what he can do, and he earns himself some minutes. Other times, dude had one game, and you'll see him on somebody else's team in 2 seasons in the playoffs, and you'll see a replay of the Julian Strother game, right?
That's life of a role player.
100%. I give David Adelman a lot of credit, because where's Julian Strother been? I'm not telling you he should have been playing him all year, but with the season on the line and Russell Westbrook not playing well, he went deeper into his bench and gave this guy 20 minutes and got production out of it.
Yeah, that was a big time move of not, letting Russell continue to not cook. Gave Strother a chance. The dude stepped up and hit his 3-point shots, 3 or 4 from 3, provided a huge spark for the Nuggets in the third quarter.
Is that sustainable? Can you get one more game out of that?
No.
Why not?
Because look at any of these bench guys.
Yeah. But sometimes they just get their chance, right?
Yeah.
If Aaron Gordon can't play.
If Aaron Gordon can't play, then yeah, Peyton Watson and Russell Westbrook and Shaw Weather are going to get increased minutes, and you hope that the combination of the three can give you something.
Because now you're super thin. Now you are super thin. They got 3 guys that got rotation on the bench, and wasn't much out of Westbrook. 17 minutes, you get 8 points and 4 turnovers. Nugget fans, you're alive. You got Game 7. That's tomorrow night, right?
Sunday.
Or Sunday, right? Yeah, you get 2 days, so you get it on Sunday. Sunday's a busy, busy day. So you got that. You get Knicks and Celtics tonight. We're going to go there. Lots going on locally. State baseball, softball, track championships are going on. A gigantic upset in the high school state tournament. Fresno State over the Lobos last night. Saw most of that game. It's going to be one that got away from you. And now you got to go out and win 2. Now you got to win 2 in a row, and it's a big one tonight. We'll get there. PGA Championships going on. They are almost underway. I'll keep you up to date they are underway. They are underway. You got a bunch of guys on the golf course, so I'll get you up to date as we go through that. We'll have the backyard blow up. I'll have a keyword for you at 8:25 this morning. That's when I'll give you the backyard blow up keyword. Kenny Thomas, the former Lobo great, who debuts his own show tomorrow, Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas. He'll be in studio coming up at 9 o'clock. We got a sweet deal for you as we close out Burger Week. Man, we got a lot to do. We got a hoe at some point. What a Friday, dude. I mean, there's a lot, and it's going to be 80 degrees, and hope you have a tea time. I mean, that's all I can tell you today. 505-246-0610. That's how to get here. Area code 505-246-0610. Your email's jeff@sportsanimалabq.com, jj@sportsanimалabq.com. When we get back, a lot of big baseball here. How did the Lobos do? I just told you. How did it happen? I'll get you there. And they're calling it the biggest upset of the year in high school sports. And it happened in the state tournament yesterday. One of the most dominant teams, period, is out. Tell you who and how next. Hey, you like jewelry? Everybody likes jewelry. A little bling for you, a little bling for her, a little bling for him, whoever it is. Whatever you're looking for, John Thomas Jewelers should be your jeweler. They're my jeweler. They were the second I stepped in there. Different, unique, in fact, the coolest jewelry store in America. Not named by me, but by In-Store Magazine. So many reasons to go see for yourself why they're the best jeweler in town. Right now on hand, they got over 3,000 ladies and men's bridal rings. You can go in and try them on. If you're looking for a bridal ring, you're looking to get engaged, there's no other place to go. If they don't have what you want, they'll walk you through and make it. If you don't even know what you want, they'll kind of walk you through the whole process, and they will make it for you right there in their state-of-the-art design center, which is on premises. They don't have to send it to Dallas or L.A. or New York or anywhere. They do it right there, and it's amazing. I've watched the work. Looking for something for you? Looking for a watch? Maybe some stud earrings. Whatever the gift is, or maybe it's just for you. Go by and see what they got. You're looking for an engagement ring, an anniversary gift, a graduation gift, something that will be remembered forever. I've done it. It works. The place is magnificent. Go by and see why they're the only 5-star Google-rated full-service jewelry store in town, fastest-growing jeweler in New Mexico 3 straight years, and been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque 4 straight years. It is John Thomas Jewelers, 2440 Louisiana Northeast, Suite 310. It's the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building, right across the street from the Coronado Mall, 1 block south of Manal in Louisiana. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 5.
Well, today, game 2 of their series against Fresno State. Last night, down early, took the lead, got down again, had an opportunity to tie it in the 8th, had a guy thrown out at the plate, maybe kept the starting pitcher in a little bit too long. 7-5 Fresno State wins. Lobos dropped to third place. Remember, the top 2 teams in the standings get a bye in the first round. Back at it today, 2 o'clock, out at Santa Ana Starfield if you want to go watch Lobo baseball. It was a good game. I was entertained last night. I mean, it was a good baseball game. It was a good, solid 7-5. A lot of tension, just waiting for that key hit, and Fresno State got him. Fresno State got the key hits. Todd Brown told Ken Sickinger of the Journal after the game. Todd Brown's the coach of the Lobos. He said, I made a mistake. I forced the action in the 8th inning, and I got Achille Karras thrown out. He's trying to make something happen to get us going, and it was a mistake. He was thrown out by a mile, dude. I mean, it's like he didn't even get to the plate. He's like, he stopped halfway there, got caught in a rundown. Lobos were up 5-2 after 5. Ethan Ott hit 2 home runs for New Mexico. But then probably left starting pitcher in a little bit too long. And they got to Daxton Purser. So Lobos fall to third place. They'll play today at 2 o'clock. State baseball tournament's going on. JJ, about 2 weekends ago, went out and I wanted to see, I really wanted to see Dylan Blomker pitch, the LSU commit, junior at La Cueva. Big kid, hits the ball. He's another one of those examples, man. You tell me why that kid, who might be, I don't know if he's the best hitter on that team because that team's so good, but I'm watching him rake, and all of a sudden, like next year he goes to LSU, he can't hit can't hit anymore. He's gonna be a pitcher
because everyone's that much better at the next level.
I don't know that they're that much better than that.
As hard as it is to play baseball and hit a baseball,
yeah.
Like Shohei Ohtani is 1 in a million.
But the majority, and I'm not telling you he's gonna be. Well, I kind of am. This is one of those things I'll die on, right? When I go out and watch youth baseball all the way up through the high school level, the majority of those guys who are hitters right now, great hitters, pitched at some point, right, in high school, because everybody pitches, right? You need a pitcher. Like the pitcher's usually the best hitter on the team. Many of them were probably the best pitcher they've had on their high school team, on their youth team. But they picked a position, and I just don't understand why pitchers can't hit. Anyway.
High school baseball to college baseball is a drastic jump.
Right, but they're all making that jump. Like if Alex made the jump from high school to LSU, and I understand he wasn't a pitcher. He could have been, probably. Anyway, that's beyond the point. I watched the Cueva play Sandia. The second game, I think they scored 9 runs in the first inning. I'm like, wow, their scoreboard only has 1 digit. What are they going to do? They did it again yesterday. They played. This is the number 1 seed, right? Number 1 seed in the state's biggest division. La Cueva, I mean, they're dominant. And they scored 6 runs in the first inning against Los Lunas. And Los Lunas scored 4 runs in the 9th and knocked out La Cueva 9-6 in the quarterfinals of the state tournament yesterday. James Yotis, who covers high school sports for the Journal and does it as good as anybody, right? I mean, he's terrific. He's terrific. Called it the biggest upset in any sport of the entire high school year. That's a pretty big statement, isn't it?
Very big statement.
His story says Los Lunas authored what was certainly the biggest upset of the prep baseball season, also probably the biggest upset in any sport of the entire school year. Los Lunas came with 4 runs in the 7th. They'll play El Dorado tonight, 7 o'clock, out at the Jennifer Reardon Spark Kindness Complex. How about that? I mean, that's why they play them. I watched that team the other day dismantle Sandia, and I'm thinking they're just as good as there is. Like I don't know how anybody's going to beat them. Sandia's alive. They beat Cibola yesterday. So if you want some baseball, man, it's out there. It's out there. It's out of the Jennifer Reardon Spark Kindness Complex out on the west side. You've been out there, right? Have you been out to that complex?
I have not been out there.
You've not? It's actually quite fabulous. The fields are good. The parking's the issue, right? You got to have pretty good parking karma there, especially for tournaments like this. But go out. I mean, go out to the west side and enjoy the beauties that are out there. It's right in your hood. But it's gorgeous. So go out and enjoy some high school baseball because, wow, it's spectacular. Academy got beat yesterday. Yeah, a lot of the names that you see, all the time. St. Pius was a winner. They're the second seed in 4A. They beat Grants 3-2. Bloomfield beat Academy in a 6-3 game. So 3 seed is out. Academy. They lost 4-2 to Bloomfield. The number 1 seed 4A, Artesia, beat Hope Christian 9-5. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. It's good stuff. State track and field's going on. Softball's going on. It's really, really cool. All right, 505-243-0610. You can get in today, 505-243-0610. Emails this morning, as they are every morning, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Richard said, JJ's Nugs, JJ's Nugs, JJ's Nugs. I wish I were your, like I wish you on the team. Jeff, now they can take that game from McNichols on the road. Question mark. Can they take that game that they played at Ball Arena yesterday and take it on the road? Look, I'm not going to put anything past them. Will it stun me if they win Game 7 in Oklahoma? Hell no. I'm going to probably pick Oklahoma City, especially if Aaron Gordon is not playing. But we have an opportunity here, dude, where the playoffs are going to be a 3 versus 4 and a 4 versus 6. That's what's going to be left.
That is what we could see.
The top 3 seeds on both sides will be out. And so when we come back, it reminded me yesterday, and I wanted to bring this up. And so let's have this conversation when we come back. With potentially, if Oklahoma City gets knocked out, and if let's say, I don't care which way we go, we're going to be looking at Minnesota, Denver, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, and probably New York and Indiana on the other side. Have these been some of the best playoffs in recent history or some of the worst? Because I know some of you just love, you got to have chalk. I want to see I only want to see Alabama and Georgia. It's got to be Texas and Michigan or Ohio State. I don't want, so has it been one of the best playoffs or one of the worst? I want to have that discussion next on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Side of Charlotte. JJ was on a Zoom yesterday for the bowl season. That is the Football Bowl Association. And our new incoming chair, Danny Morrison of the Duke's Mayo Bowl, joined us, and he was walking the court. He was at the PGA Championship. Like, he's outside. He's got his hat on. He's got
That's
the
pretty
trees
nice.
in the background. It's like, yeah, guys, I'm at the PGA Championship. It is nice. I mean, I don't know. It's got to be nice. Jonathan Vegas is your leader. He's on the course today, played 1 hole. He shot a 7 under 64 yesterday, leading the PGA Championship. Cam Davis is in second place with Ryan Gerard. Davis is out, played 9 even today, -5 on the tournament. Moving up a little bit, there's a group at -4. Adam Scott is in that group. Luke Donald is in that group. Aaron Rye, Terrell Hatton, all in that group. What a day for guys like Justin Thomas. He had it rough yesterday. He was 2 over yesterday. He's 2 under today, so back to even par. Today is cut day. The cut is projected to be at 1 over. That's where Xander Schauffele is. It's way above where guys like, Rory McIlroy are. Rory shot a 3 over par yesterday. 74 coming off the Masters. Brooks Koepka was 4 over par. What did Scheffler shoot yesterday?
C-2?
Could be. Bryson was is -1. Bryson was even yesterday. Bryson's on the course today, -1. Scotty Scheffler -2. Yeah. So I'll keep you up on it as we go, Scott.
How do you feel about the mud balls?
What's that?
The mud balls.
What about the mud balls?
They're complaining about the mud balls.
Because all the rain they got the other day, they want to play clean in place. If you saw the golf course Monday and Tuesday was underwater, the amount of rain they got. So, yeah, it's like the guy who called in here the other day. Oh, the golf course looked brown. Yeah, we get no rain. They got torrential rains. They got too much rain, and so it was muddy, and the balls were muddy. Yeah. All right, I asked this question going into the break. I'm really curious where you are. You and I did discuss this in the pre-production meeting, and I'm curious where our listeners are. So I'm looking at the playoffs, and both one seed is out. That's Cleveland. The other one's on the brink at Game 7. That's Oklahoma City. The 2 seeds in both are about out, right? Boston and Houston. Right? Boston's close. They're not out yet, but they probably going to be out. The 3 seed is the Lakers. They're out. We're probably looking at, we could be looking at 4 versus 6 in the West, and we're probably looking at 3 versus 4 in the East. No 1s, potentially no 2s. Parity. This would be if the Celtics get knocked out the 7th straight year, you don't have a repeat champion, right?
That is correct.
You said the other day, the NFL loves the parity. They love having where everybody can get better, and I agree with that, and I'm a fan of it. I like the fact that the Thunder were horrible, or the T-Wolves were horrible forever, and now they're real contenders, and they were able to build that. I love that Houston just was pathetic 2 seasons ago, and we're the 2 seed this year. Is this one of the best playoffs or the worst playoffs in recent history with all the uncertainty? Now, I'll argue, if you want to tell me it was the worst, there have been a lot of blowouts. But I want to think there are in 7-game series. I think there tend to be. But I'm wondering where people are. Because, we hear all the time, I just want to see the best, Jeff. I just want to see Alabama play Texas. I want to see Georgia play Ohio State, right? I don't want to see Vanderbilt in there. I don't want to see Boise State. Okay. I'm not that guy, but I know there are a lot of them. Where do you sit on that side?
I don't think this is one of the best playoffs ever. I think there's an asterisk to it because of the amount of stars that we've lost. And I think that affects it. Steph Curry, Jason Tatum going down. Injuries are part of the game.
Yeah.
But that definitely hurts the product. Like the Warriors Timberwolves series was not a good watch once Steph Curry went down.
No, it wasn't.
The Celtics responding in the game after Jason Tatum goes down. It's such a small sample size, but I think the NBA is in a really good spot, and they need to embrace this because it's something that the NFL loves to sell. And yeah, there's a lot of playoff turnover, but parity is real despite people not believing in it, despite people thinking it's just, there's 2 or 3 stars that run the entire league. Look at the NBA Finals matchups, the champions, the Denver Nuggets, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Toronto Raptors have won championships during this run.
Which I find beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, and that's what the NFL sells to people, and people gobble up. And I'm like, it's been Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, and not a lot other than that. Sneak in a few champions. And somehow they need to kind of sell that to the entire fan base because sports is full of hypocrisy. It's one where people will say, stop telling me about LeBron James or the Cowboys or the Lakers. But when it's not LeBron James, the Cowboys, or the Lakers, the ratings go down.
So, yes. Because I'm with you. I'm in the camp you're in. I love the variety. But I don't know how they're feeling on Fifth Avenue or wherever the hell the NBA offices are. As they go in, and if Jokic gets knocked out, now they may get New York, but the stars are going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander versus Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton versus Jalen Brunson. And I don't know that the majority of America knows two of those guys. Right? I mean, if you're a basketball fan, you do. Does your wife know any of them? And I again, for me,
I don't think Jokic is known by many people.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think that is LeBron and Steph.
That's probably right. I mean, who else in the NBA does your non-basketball fan know?
If we're talking like that crossover.
Jason Tatum's on a lot of commercials, but I don't think anybody knows who he is. Kawhi Leonard, probably not. It's a great point. No, you're right. Kevin Durant. You don't think most people know who Kevin Durant is?
No, not if you're just talking about like that.
Giannis?
Nope. I would say it's two. LeBron James and Steph Curry.
Do you think people know Playoff Jimmy's real name? What's Playoff Jimmy's last name?
If we're talking about this, ultimate superstar crossover potential.
Yeah, there's two. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. But I would
I'm
tell
basing
you,
that off of the household I live in.
Yeah.
The amount of sports I watch.
Yeah.
My wife probably knows two players. It's LeBron James and Steph Curry.
I'll bet she knows one baseball player. Everybody knows Shohei Ohtani. You don't think so? It's actually kind of fascinating to me.
If you talk to my wife about what I do, she thinks I'm like a rocket scientist. It's like that's the world tour.
It's that foreign. Yeah. How many football? How many? There's Travis Kelce because of his girlfriend, and there's Mahomes because they've won so many, and there's Aaron Rodgers because he's everywhere. Any more? I think everybody knows who Aaron Rodgers is. But as of right now, I know who Tom Brady is. Yeah, but he didn't play. Are there three in the NFL? It's Kelce because of who he's dating. It's Mahomes because you can't watch a commercial without seeing him. Okay, you know that commercial, is it for AT&T? They do two of them. They do the Villanova one, and then they do the one with the Thunder, with SGA and with
Chad Holmgren. That one, I'm sure people
nobody knows who the hell these guys are, right?
Williams?
Who are those guys? It took me a minute to go, who's the other dude? It did. But yeah, they're doing commercials. So maybe two isn't that small of a number. Honestly, your non-football fan would know two and maybe three. I say three. You're questioning the Aaron Rodgers thing, right? I think Aaron Rodgers has been in enough news, but maybe not. Your non-football fan knows two people in the NFL. One Major League Baseball player, maybe. I say Ohtani's that big, but maybe not. Two NBA players, Steph and LeBron. Maybe Alex Ovechkin, but not a chance, huh?
No.
All right. Well, that kind of puts a different perspective on it. So, okay, maybe the question best or worst isn't fair. Have these been good playoffs or not good playoffs because of your top seeds?
I think these have been average playoffs because you've had certain series that have been really good
and some that have been bad.
Then injuries have, of course, affected some. There's been
Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard.
Because I look at the Nuggets Clippers 7-game series, Nuggets Thunder 7-game series. So there's a good path there.
Nuggets series have been
Knicks
good.
Pistons was a lot of fun to watch.
I agree.
But
I agree with that. Well, and the who the Pacers play in the first round?
Well, they beat the Bucks in 5 games. They had that crazy collapse in one of them.
Yeah, Pacers have been an interesting watch. And Knicks Celtics has been a good watch. Now, yeah, I'm just kind of curious where y'all are on this because, I'm watching, I hear all the time, I want to hear I want to see the top teams, And with them getting knocked out at the rate at which they have, and granted, when you get down to 4, everybody, but you got 2 out of 8 on each side left, so people are knocked out. But we're not going to have 1-2 versus 1-2 or 1-3. And there's a chance we don't have a 1 at all. Is that good? I love it. I love the fact that anybody can win. I love the fact that it's wide open. And we talked about this, especially in the West going in. We didn't think the East was as wide open, did we? I think we thought 2 teams had a chance to win. And those 2 teams that everybody thought had a chance was going to be the Cavaliers or the Celtics, right? And it's probably not going to be either of them. So totally misread the East. I got a dude walking out of the creek on the golf course right now with his pants rolled up and his shoes and socks off, hit a ball out of the water.
JT shot yesterday.
Yeah, how about that? All right, I'll update you on the PGA Championship, which is underway. A little bit of movement at the top of the leaderboard. 505-246-0610. Kenny Thomas will be in at 9. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by All.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9.
Go. What did he just? I just lost Bryson. Did he make a move somewhere? The hell is he on my leaderboard? There he is. He's -1. He's up to tied for 35th. Scotty Scheffler -2. He'll tee off later. It's the opening drive. Ludwig Oberg -2. Opening drive, Jeff Zimbieta and J. Buck 505-246-0610. I want to close out the some hoop stuff, and then we'll get into NFL at the top of the hour at 8 o'clock. Warriors are out. Steph Curry got hurt. They believe that they have a window, that they believe that the way he's playing, they've got a window. And I don't disagree with them. JJ, I'm watching two dudes in him and LeBron. Do you see a slack in their game? LeBron maybe a little bit because he was playing at such a level that very few would ever reach. So maybe you can tell me his game's come down. Does Steph Curry's game seem to have taken a step back at all? 37 years old?
No.
I want you to think of his last year, what he did in the Olympics. The Olympic performance was one of the all-time greatest performances in basketball, period. Right? Period. That gold medal game against France. And then the season he just had. So why doesn't he have a couple more years? He said, you look at the sample size the last 2 months and even the Houston first-round series when we had our mind focused on our goal, we had enough to accomplish it and get to the point where we were playing pretty high-level basketball. Does that mean we can win a championship? We hope so. There was a lot of chatter whether that was the right trade, the Jimmy Butler trade, or not when it happened. But from the first game in Chicago to last night, it seemed it was a seamless fit. He gave us so much belief that we could beat anybody on any given night and make a legitimate run at climbing up the standings and even having some playoff experience to look forward to. Curry said he wants to play 2 more years. I have no doubt there's 2 years left in that dude.
Yeah, and I think what he's looking at, too, is just this window with Jimmy Butler, who I think, Butler doesn't have a game that's going to age well after the next few seasons.
That's right.
And which is why, the discussion when you look at a lot of these teams and like Golden State, like, oh, how do you get younger? They don't care about getting younger. It's what can you do to throw everything at these last couple years? It's what we kind of seen LeBron the last few years. His career is just about. Now the Luka was just out of nowhere. Yeah, get 25-year-old star in, fantastic, but it's about veteran players around these guys that can know what to do, know how to play at a high level, and that's going to be what the Warriors look at.
I know we had this conversation a little bit, but I want to revisit it. What is their recipe? Like, you're their GM. What are you trying to do there? Is there somebody specifically you're targeting? Is there because I need another way to score consistently. Yeah, Podziemski scored 28 the other night, but it's not consistent enough.
You're looking at the fringe moves, which it's a Buddy Hield. It's players like that can give you a spark, that can shoot. And then again, it's this veteran market about guys that might not excite you, but all the been there, done that players. You look at these rosters where I don't think they're going to have a necessarily like Mikal Bridges type deal in them, like go get just big wing, but it's Gary Trent Jr., things like that you stack your roster with veteran shooters, and that's going to be the best formula for a team that surrounds Steph Curry.
Bridges, I was listening the other day. I heard he's up for a contract now. Are the Knicks going to pay him? I mean, they got Cat and they got Brunson.
At some point, you can't.
That's my point.
Because of the aprons and stuff.
Yeah. Kind of my point. All right, when we come back, let's get a little football. He did not want to play for the team for whom he plays. Does it all change? The book is out. It tells it all. And I don't want to play for them. Why? And it might just work out perfect. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Sweet Rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Zimbietta and JJ Buck.
Friday in the Borque. Happy Friday. And thank you for spending some time with us here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. It's the opening drive. Jeff Zimbietta and JJ Buck coming off a Nuggets victory over the Thunder last night, 119-107. Nikola Jokic had 29 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. Jamal Murray, who was questionable with an illness, 25 points. The problem for the Nuggets as they go into Game 7 in Oklahoma now is the health of Aaron Gordon, hamstring issue that is being called concerning, JJ, and not sure whether or not Aaron Gordon will be available for Denver Sunday. You get the extra day, which is probably good. But if it's a hammy, I mean, you saw what it did to Stephen Curry, and the concern level there is high.
It is extremely high. And that is definitely a game changer and makes it easy to see Oklahoma City winning Game 7.
This would be a tough one to get to lose. It was late in the game, about a minute 49 to go. He got called for a kick ball. Ball went off his foot, and he came up limping and grabbed the back of his left leg right at the hamstring. Immediately kind of started signaling to the bench, tried to play through it, and we got an issue. Aaron Gordon, I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's their best player. He's incredibly valuable. And in this series, I think on both sides of the floor, hell, I'll tell you in this playoffs, I thought in the Clipper series, the same thing. Is essential a fair word?
Yes, he's an essential part to what they do. He's the most athletic player on the floor. The effort he gives you defensively, the multiple positions he can guard. He's a backup center. So when Jokic sits, it's Aaron Gordon playing the 5.
Yeah. Going back to Oklahoma, who do you like? 505-246-0610. You can get on that. 505-246-0610. Last night, Lobo baseball loses at home, 7-5. Fresno State wins. Lobos had a lead after 5. Had 2 guys thrown out at the plate. Couldn't get that clutch hit. Dropped to 3rd place in the Mountain West Conference. Need to win the last 2 games of the series to get that first round bye in the conference tournament. They'll play today, 2 o'clock out at Santa Ana Star Field, and the weather should be perfect. Free admission if you want to get out and watch some Lobo baseball. Big upset in the high school state tournament. The number 1 seed in the big school division, La Cueva, scored 6 runs in the first inning and didn't score again. Los Lunas scored 4 in the top of the 7th. stun the top seed 9-6. It'll be Los Lunas and El Dorado in one of the semifinals. That'll be today out at the Spark Kindness Center out on the west side. You can go out and watch that. PGA Championship is underway, and we playing the second round. Jonathan Vegas, your first round leader, has dropped the shot. He's still leading at -6. You've got 4 guys: Cam Davis, Terrell Hatton, Aaron Ryan Gerard, all at 5 under par. Colin Morikawa is making a little bit of a run. He's 3 under after 7 today, so he's 2 strokes off the lead. And J.J. Spawn is making a run. J.J. Spawn, the Aztec, is 3 under today, 3 under for the tournament, and 3 strokes back. And then Bryson DeChambeau is out there, and he is at 1 under for the tournament, 1 under on the day. All right, this book came out. JJ, it was in the book, and it's later. I don't know how this is going to play in Chicago. I don't know if this makes him more likable or less likable to Bears fans. Seth Wickersham published a book on ESPN.com yesterday. It was focused on Caleb Williams, the Bears quarterback. Remember when he was coming out of USC, and there was an aloofness and a, I'm trying to find the right word for what it was. When guys going to be the absolute number one, when there's no doubt about it, and he is considered to be a can't miss generational talent. We had, that was Andrew Luck. It was somewhat Trevor Lawrence, right? And it was this guy, as far as quarterback coming out. Andrew Luck was really good until he said, "I'm done." Trevor Lawrence hasn't become that guy yet. And certainly Caleb Williams had a fine first year, but isn't that guy yet. But it talks about Caleb Williams not wanting to play for the Bears as the top pick in the 2024 draft. It quotes his father, Caleb Williams' father, saying that they want to go to the Vikings. It quotes his dad as saying, "Chicago is where quarterbacks go to die." It says that Caleb, who's running your life, young man? Caleb's dad looked into the possibility of going to the UFL for a year. Heading to the NFL as an undrafted free agent in 2025. Carl, the dad, met with labor lawyers and agents to come up with a way to circumvent the system. He was not going to let his kid play for the Bears. Ben Johnson's the new head coach of the Bears. He was on Colin Cowherd. He said, quote, "I see a chance for greatness here for him. He's been communicated that way, and he feels the same way. I don't know what's gone on prior to him joining the organization, but he's very proud to be a Chicago Bear." That's what our conversations have included. He's really excited to get to work right now to be the best version of himself for 2025. JJ, this comes out, and Bears fans will read this book, and what do you mean you don't want to come here? And they don't have a great history of quarterbacks. They don't. He could be that dude. Does this endear him more, or do they like him less? Because
I think they like his father less, but the fact that, as you read more into it, that it was Caleb Williams that came around and said, "No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be the guy that locks in. I'm going to be the guy that changes things." I think that helps Caleb Williams, because the concerns he has before the draft, he's not the first one. He won't be the last one. About, a gigantic opportunity. Yeah, I think you're the number 1 overall pick, but we've seen franchises that struggle. We've seen quarterbacks that have the talent to be an NFL quarterback never play out because of where they land.
It's going to be interesting too, because Daddy's got to get out of the way. Caleb's a grown ass man now. Caleb's got a big boy job with a big boy check with big boy responsibilities. How about the fact, though, they wanted to circumvent it? They want to go free agent. They wanted to go to the UFL. They want to find another way around it so they could enter the league and pick their spot. And I get it. Everybody's trying to do things differently. Diego Pavia, right?
Yeah. Trying to be Vanderbilt quarterback for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
It's one where the initial reaction, you would think there might be some frustration and some angst from Bears fans. But again, the fact that Caleb came back around, didn't let anyone push him a certain way, it feels like so many of these stories where you have people in your corner, but maybe they might be doing a little bit too much, which was the case with Caleb Williams' father in this one, to get to the point where he's talking about lawyers of, if we go play a year in the UFL, do I have to come back in the draft, or can you be a free agent and then pick your destination at that point in time? It's a system that works. It's understandable at times when people want to push back against that system. We've seen it, dotted throughout the history of the NFL draft with quarterbacks, from John Elway to Eli Manning, trying to
Jim
pick
Kelly,
where they go.
Yeah.
But for, Caleb Williams to be locked in, he is in a really good spot now because of the change. Because of Ben Johnson, the amount of investment that they've put into that team, especially offensively around him. Yeah, you might have had your worries, but now it's on you.
Yeah. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, Rudy? Let me do that again.
Morning. Hello?
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Oh, so, I've been studying up, and today I'm presenting my history of hose, Jeff. So are we ready?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
So when I was a kid, the first hoe I remember was Santa Claus, right? Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, yeah, that's a good hoe. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get a little older and you start watching TV, and of course there was Wagon Ho and Westward Ho.
Oh.
But the big hoe I remember was Hi Ho Silver. Remember that one?
Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
you keep growing up, you get a little older, and then your parents let you watch late night television. And who can forget Johnny Carson and Eggman?
Oh.
And So about time for high school, right? And I learned about Ho Chi Minh.
Oh, yeah.
And then there was
Went
the
global.
corollary to that, Gung Ho, all the kids that served in Vietnam. So that's my short history of hoes. But the number one hoe in my book is every Friday now for 17 years. I've listened to the hoe and tried to hoe along with you guys, but you got a lot better breath than a lot of people out there, Jeff.
Yeah. The older I get, the more lung capacity I get. Not really sure how that happens.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. That's usually reversed, but that was just my little contribution to the Sports Animal and 17 plus years that I've been listening and enjoying every Friday.
I really
you guys
appreciate
knock it out of the park, so I really appreciate it.
You might need something to do with all that time you have on your hands, but appreciate the research on the hoe.
Well, it's a history of hoes.
Appreciate
Take care.
it.
Have
Thank
a good
you.
Friday, everyone.
All right, see you. How about that? Did you know about that?
It's pretty good.
I mean, from Santa Claus, from ho, ho, ho to your Friday hose, Hi Ho Silver to Ho Chi Minh. There's got to be a song in there, actually. I bet we could do it like, oh, there is a song. It's Give Me a Ho If You Got Your Funky Bus Fare. Is that the ho? All right. That added to my life. I'm not going to lie to you. That was good. All right, 505-246-0610. Got a sweet deal coming up for you. I got a few more thoughts on the Bears thing and Caleb. And some perspective on the Cowboys' schedule. They're the first team in history to, well, I'll tell you when we get back. Lunchtime, what are you doing? Put Twin Peaks on your lunchtime rotation if you want to upgrade your lunch. Twin Peaks is serving up lunch every day. Light yet hearty lunch combos start at just $7.99, featuring soups and salads and sandwiches. It all hits the spot. Pair it with a 29-degree draft, especially on Friday, and you got the perfect midday escape. And if you're a night owl, do not miss their late-night flatbreads, just $8 from 10 o'clock to close. It's Sunday through Thursday, whether it's lunch with coworkers or a solo bite with the game on. Twin Peaks makes every meal memorable. And tomorrow is World Whiskey Day. JJ, how do I not celebrate that? Raise a glass tomorrow. Grab one of your old favorites or maybe get a new favorite. They'll serve it for you over a crystal clear ice ball. And if you're looking for something exclusive, ask them about Twin Peaks Rare Bourbons and Barrel Selects. They're available in limited supply. It's great whiskey. It's even better company, and it's all waiting for you at Twin Peaks.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
The Caleb Williams story is going to get a lot of run today. And it's going to be interesting to see how it's perceived in Chicago and amongst Bears fans. Caleb Williams was so concerned, or really more so was his dad, about being picked by the Chicago Bears in 2024 in the draft, that he and his family and his daddy weighed, how do we circumvent the system? How do we circumvent the draft? They got with lawyers to figure out a way around the league's collective bargaining agreement while considering signing with the UFL. It's all in a book that came out. Chicago's the place quarterbacks go to die. That's what his daddy said.
Are the Bears cursed?
Are the Bears cursed?
Quarterback position.
It's a fair question.
4,000 yards, still a lot of yards.
Look, he was fine.
In the NFL. To never have a 4,000-yard passer. I'm like, wow. You know who had 4,000 yards passing last year?
Dak Prescott.
No, he missed like 9.
I don't know who. I mean, a bunch of guys, right?
Geno Smith.
Doesn't surprise
me. For 4,300 yards last year. Sam Darnold, 4,300 yards. Baker Mayfield dropped 4,500 yards. And Bears still looking for that quarterback.
Who's the best Bear quarterback in your lifetime? I mean, it's a really fair dilemma. So people my age will say Jim McMahon because he was the quarterback of that Bears team that was so good. But that was a defense. Jim McMahon was fine. Jim McMahon.
Say 85?
Ish. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean,
not my lifetime.
I wouldn't say he was great. He was a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He was a quarterback of a team that was led by a as good of a defense I've ever seen in the NFL. But is he the answer? Brian used to tell me Rex Grossman was
Rex
really
Grossman
good.
is very similar to that.
Yeah, but he didn't win, did he? He got to the Super Bowl, he didn't win.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So the argument
Sanchez like.
Okay. But if you listen to Daddy Williams, you're like, okay, well, he's right. Now you can be the guy who changes the fate, the mantra, the conversation. I'll give you an example. What do you think of the Detroit Lions right now? Right now. I'm not asking you about history. What do you think of the Detroit Lions?
Very good football team.
What do you think of the Detroit Lions 5 years ago?
The Detroit Lions 5 years ago, you're wondering who they're going to take at quarterback with the number 1 overall pick.
Every year, right? Is Detroit where great running backs go to die? Barry Sanders was the best, like better than everybody. There's not an argument. He was the best running back in the game when he was there. He quit in his prime. I can't do this mess anymore. Calvin Johnson, would you say Megatron was one of the, I mean, if not the best, he was one of the
Hall
three
of
best
Fame receiver. One
of the 3 best receivers in the game when he just said, yeah, I'm done in my prime. Like Detroit was where players went to die, right? Then you brought in Dan Campbell, who you all laughed at because he was going to bite kneecaps. And then you laughed at them even more when they got Jared Goff and they got rid of Matthew Stafford. And now they're one of the best teams in the NFL. Well, how do you say that, Jeff? They haven't done anything. Well, I mean, they were the 1 seed last year. You're right. They didn't do anything in the playoffs. But you look at them and say that's one of the best offenses and one of the best teams in the NFL. They are. So at some point, somebody's going to go in and turn it around. Can Caleb Williams be that guy? Maybe he can. But Carl Williams, the dad, evidently went into great lengths to try to get around this whole thing. He wanted his son to have an opportunity to choose his employer. Basically want to blow up the whole system. The Bears had not drafted a star quarterback since the 80s. Their recent draft selection of quarterback, I'll remind you, Mitchell Trubisky, Justin Fields. So Daddy Williams was worried that with the history of that franchise, the uncertainty of their stadium, the offensive performances under Matt Eberflus, that Caleb Williams would not have the organizational support to succeed. Quote, I don't want my son playing for the Bears. That's what he told several agents back in 2024. He told the author the rookie salary cap is unconstitutional. He said the collective bargaining agreement is the worst piece of bleep I've ever read. It's the worst in sports history. Like, here's a daddy who's going to come in and he's smarter than everybody and he's going to blow up the whole system. He's going to blow up the CBA. He's going to blow up the draft. I mean, does it sound like LeVar Ball to you? It does, right?
It does.
Yeah. They and I want you to recall his last season at SC. It wasn't great. I mean, he was going to be the number 1 pick, but it wasn't great. NFL Combine, Daddy and Caleb met with Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings coach. They hit it off. Caleb told his dad, I need to go to the Vikings. His daddy said, let's do it. But they weren't going to trade it in division. There's no way the Bears were going to trade. No way. Ryan Poles, the Bears general manager, evidently told them, we're drafting you no matter what. And so there was one option, and that was to publicly attack the Bears, the city of Chicago. They were trying to make the whole system or the whole situation untenable. Kind of like what John Elway did with the Baltimore Colts in '83. But see, John Elway had a trump card. John Elway was drafted by the Yankees, and he could say, you know what, I'm good. I'm going to go play baseball. John Elway had an option. Daddy told the author, quote, talking about his son, he's worried about me taking bullets. I don't care. I just don't agree with this bleep, you know? I'm more interested in making sure that he can do what he wants to do. I don't know. It seems like it's working out pretty well. Now you got Ben Johnson in there. Caleb says all the right things now. This is going to blow up there. So how does this play if you're a Bear fan? Like you're bleep the dad?
I think there should be a lot of that.
Caleb's got to kind of separate himself from his dad publicly. He has to.
Yeah, and I look at Caleb kind of being the one that ultimately said, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm locked in. Pushing back on that narrative that his team was trying to create around him, I think helps him. And the fact that there's a trust in at least the offensive system now, Ben Johnson coming in, the offense that he ran in Detroit. So I think the fans will be on Caleb Williams' side and just hope that...
As long as he says the right things going forward.
Yeah. Now it's when he has a bad game, which is going to happen, they're just going to point right back to this and say, he doesn't care. You're not that good anyway.
You're not
you didn't
that damn good.
Here.
Yeah, you're not that damn good. You didn't want to be here. Yeah, go. Yeah, you're just another one of them. Yep. Yep. All right, got a sweet deal for you. It is Burger Week, as you well know, and we are celebrating here at The Sports Animal with sweet deals every day. Today, it is Burger 21, so if you go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com, click on the sweet deal logo. For just $30, you get $60 to spend at Burger 21. Burgers are 100% Angus beef, never frozen. They're made to order. They hand cut and hand patty each burger for each order. It's locally owned, locally operated. They got homemade shakes. They use their own ice cream formula. More than 21 burger varieties featuring chicken and seafood and veggie and beef. The recipes are meticulously crafted, infused with flavors that are crazy craveable. It is Burger 21. Go to our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon, and you can get $60 at Burger 21 for just $30. All right, you know about the backyard blow-up. I promised you at 8:25 I'd give you the keyword. I'm going to do that for you today. I'm going to do it for you now. The Sports Animal is giving you a backyard blow-up. You listen to the opening drive as you do every day. I'll give you a keyword. You take that keyword and you text it to 505-246-0610. That will then register you to win a hot tub from Valentine's Swimming Pool and Spa, and an American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus patio set, and a pottery set from Jackalope, and a $5,000 gift card from Sinlon, and an annual plan from AAA Pest Control. Prizes are worth over $15,000 from your friends here at The Sports Animal. Today's backyard blow-up keyword is, and it's very appropriate today, sun. S-U-N. Not S-O-N. Not like daughter or. No. Sun. S-U-N. Take the word sun. Text it to 505-246-0610. You will then be registered to win the backyard blow-up from your friends here at 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
This report is brought to you by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please.
Quail Hollow was underwater earlier this week. Now they get beautiful sunshine, a little mud on their balls, their golf balls. Jonathan Vegas is your leader. He's won over on the day. He shot a 64 yesterday, 6 under par leading the way. Ryan Gerard are one back at -5. A group charging at -4, Max Homa. JJ Spawn, the former Aztec, is 4 under on the day, 4 under for the tournament. Cam Davis is right there as well. Watching guys like Bryson DeChambeau, who's on the course, he's at -1. Scotty Scheffler's at 2 under. He'll go later. The cut line projected at 1 over par. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. We get out to the beautiful Sandia Golf Club, where I'm going to guess the tee sheet is packed because it's going to be 80 today. Winds are going to be down. And, well, it's Friday and everybody's playing hooky. The director of golf is Nick Nee at Sandia Golf Club. He joins us this morning. Good morning, Nick. How you living?
Good morning. We're living well. Happy Major Championship Week. And if I might add, I know you had Coach Harrington and Lobos on yesterday. Big congratulations to them. Excited for Coach Saunders, Coach Harrington, and the men's Lobo team.
I'm glad you mentioned that. And I know how involved you are in youth golf, and I think there's a congratulations for you. I believe your son played in the state championship last week, did he not?
He sure did, yeah. Rough second day,
Congratulations.
but that's golf, and through every loss is a great learning opportunity.
You know, the fact that he's getting there and he's so young, but I think it's great. I talked to Coach Harrington about this yesterday, and Nick, you've been as good as anybody in this state in regards to youth golf. I think, and I know you won't take the credit, but I think the resurgence of talent in the last 6, 7, 10 years has been tremendous, and what you guys have done with youth golf, I think, is a big part of it. When you see a guy on the UNM golf team, as a true freshman, Clark Sonnenberg, who went to Albuquerque Academy and grew up here, when you see a guy like Aiden Kraft, who's a big member of Oregon's golf team, and he was as a freshman, you see the talent coming out of here. It's got to make you feel pretty proud, doesn't it?
It does. I know our team's proud at Sandia for, I think we had 12 kids from our PGA Junior League across seniors to down to 8th graders now. They competed in state. And you see someone like Clark, we competed against Clark in PGA Junior League back when it was in the beginning stages of it. And I'm not surprised. That kid's always been a gamer. He's always been a grinder. He's always wanted to get better. And he just has a great mental approach to the game. So, I think the thing, and we talked about it maybe last year, when it comes to youth golf, there's a lot of really good players around here, and we just got to get the name out. And I think Clark and Aiden are doing a great job of just kind of carrying that banner, so to speak, to give us some exposure. And that's really what we're trying to do, is get kids exposure, because we feel like they're really good. We feel like they can compete, and obviously they can. Look at what those two are doing. Look at what Sam's has done as a UNM legend, as Coach Harrington put it yesterday, and he is. He's a tremendous player. Steve Saunders is up in Temecula, California, has played in the National Club Pro. He was a local guy that played for UNM. So if we can get him exposure, we could get him there. We feel like we can compete, and we try and do that. And we're lucky at our place to just have great families and great kids. We just try not to screw it up.
And the ladies as well, right? I think you got a 4-time champion on the ladies' side. I lost Kalia Ward, who was so good. I don't know if she moved out of state, but the ladies as well. It's not just the guys. The young ladies are really good too.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Jeff. That's a tremendous point. Kalia actually is kind of homeschooled now, and she travels around the country. She's actually playing at Boise State right now. So you talk about somebody else from the women's game that can make waves. If we can get them exposure, unfortunately it means some travel for us to play in the markets of Arizona, Colorado, Texas. But the women are just as impactful. And you have Addie Haas that got third at the 4A championship, and she's a sophomore right now. So it's impactful on both sides, and Kalia is doing a great job in the women's game, representing at least us here in New Mexico, and certainly at Boise State.
All right, the next one's going to be Austin Buck. JJ's son will be out for the Cubs that you guys got going. You get him out this week?
Yeah, he'll be out there on Sunday morning.
Yeah, what you guys are doing out there, it's just tremendous. All right, PGA Championship going on. It's an interesting leaderboard, right? I always say people want to see the big names. I love seeing the variety. I love seeing a guy like Aaron Rye, or here comes Jonathan Vegas. I think by the time we sit here Saturday afternoon, you're going to get some names at the top of the leaderboard. But a golf course that was flat out underwater Monday and Tuesday played pretty tough yesterday for most of these guys.
It did. It played extremely long. They tipped it out at every box. So when you talk wet fairways, and obviously the controversy with mud balls and things of that nature, but you're talking it playing the longest it possibly could, and that's a true test of golf. It's a true test for those players. But I'm with you, Jeff. I love the variety of the leaderboard. I think you get some names, but I also think there's some parity, and we'll kind of see what the pressure does through the weekend. But I'm not the leaderboard we certainly anticipated. Obviously, with Jordan coming in, trying to win a career Grand Slam, Rory off of what he did at the Masters, JT playing good, Scotty playing good. Obviously, Scotty's still right there. He's 2 under, and he hasn't teed off yet. So I'm excited for it, because I think it's a great leaderboard, and it's got a ton of variety, a ton of different storylines.
What goes into the decision to either play as it lies or the lift, place, and clean, which Scotty Scheffler was kind of complaining about yesterday?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know that I know the ins and outs. I think obviously they have moisture meters that they'll take off of fairways, off of roughs. They certainly use them on greens, but they kind of look at that, and they have a calculation of when they should and when they shouldn't. I think the thing that, if you watched the Golf Channel last night, that Brando and that team talked about was just the integrity of a major championship and upholding that. I think that's a big point. Now, I'm with Scotty. I also hear the other side of the argument. If you're in the middle of fairway, you shouldn't be penalized. But at the same time, if you hit it in the middle of fairway and hit it in a divot, there is still that ungodly, just
Bad
dumb rule that
Yeah.
you can't move it. It's just called the rub of the green. So when you have this situation, I actually think for them it's quite interesting because let's see how they handle it mentally. How do you play it? And unfortunately, sometimes you get the raw end of the deal that Scotty and Xander got on 16. And when they make noise about it, it's going to be a loud noise because they're big voices and big people in the game. But as it relates to how they determine it, I would assume they have some sort of metric to measure the moisture in the turf and then determine from there.
It's wet, man, and it's muddy. There's the metric. Hey, I don't know if what I'm looking at is today or yesterday. Max Homa, a 347-yard par 4, and put it to within a foot and a half on his drive. Have you seen that? 347 par 4, put it within a foot. He cut the corner. What are we?
It could have been 17 there.
It might have been. I'm looking at it right. It's just insanity. It was on 14. It was on number 14. Yeah, it's insane. He had the eagle putt. All right, what do we got for a golf tip?
Yeah, a little parlay into last week when we just kind of did some weight transfer and we kind of felt like we were pitching off of a mound and really getting to that lead side. What we're going to do today is just add some speed to it, real simple. All we're going to do is the same thing we did last week where we step with our lead foot, kind of turn it that side. And as we work our hands down, we're really going to accelerate through the gate. So as we get to hip high on the downswing, through hip high on the through swing, we're really going to try and generate speed. So what we're doing is allowing in the step to the lower body initiate the downswing, and then we can create some torque and turn with some speed. Now, two things to focus on. Obviously, speed at the bottom with the club. Do it without a ball, with the ball. But then as we work through it, we really want to have a balanced finish. So that allows us to maintain posture as we step and turn and then add some speed. So kind of combo deal with last week and this week. Step like you're pitching off a pitching mound and then really generate speed at the bottom and feel like you can hear that club whoosh at the bottom and on the through swing and then hold a nice, good finish.
Well, that's really, really good. If you want PGA professional help for your golf game, we all can use it. There's no better than what Nick and his team do out there. San Diego Golf Club, talk to them about getting a lesson, improving your game. There's a little something that you feel like I just need to fix this, and I'm going to take 6 strokes off my game. We all feel that way, by the way. Go by and you've got a lot, not just the PGA professionals out there, but you got a lot going on at San Diego Golf Club.
Yeah, absolutely. Come check it out on the dining patio. Best experience. If you haven't visited us, come give us a try. We got spring deals in the golf shop. We got some closeout deals from last fall's outerwear and some items in there. So check us out in the golf shop. But come by San Diego, ask us some questions. We'll talk some golf, and we look forward to serving and hosting anybody that gives us a chance.
I'm going to guess the tee sheet's probably full today, huh?
It's a busy day, but we're excited. It's going to be a good day. Thankfully, we get a nice day on some sort of a weekend without some wind, so we're going to enjoy it.
80 degrees, low winds. Go out and enjoy it. It's all at sandiagolf.com. You can book there. You can see all the specials they've got. Always great conversation, my friend. Enjoy the PGA Championship this weekend, and we will catch up with you next week.
Appreciate the time. Have a good weekend.
See you. He's the best, man. He's the best. And I'll say this with him not being here. I firmly believe it. And my daughter came up and played junior PGA until she was, so from 8 till about 13. And she'll still pick up a club now and then. And the people for whom she played were great. Shelly out at Canyon Club is terrific. I love Shelly. She played for SIG for a minute out at Tanawan. But what Nick has done with his junior program, and I know your son has been a part of it at the very entry levels, he cares about him so much, and the amount the golfers. What did he say? 15 golfers are playing in the state tournament already.
Very impressive.
That came through his program. There are some pros, and I when I start naming names, you start leaving people out. But Shelly and Paul at Canyon Club have been great. The junior program up there has grown, and Nick, the pros that have concentrated on growing junior golf, I think is going to be great for the future of the game in the city and the state. But the amount of players that are coming out, and Collier Ward's playing, and JJ, she was so good, so young. Her swing is just beautiful. Homeschool, she's at Boise State now. You watch Clark Sonnenberg contributing to a Lobo team that went to the national championship game. He's a freshman. What Aiden Kraft is doing up at Oregon, it's just tremendous. And kudos to the pros that are really concentrating on the kids. And hell, you go out to any golf course now, you watch these young kids, they come out and they hit the ball a mile.
They're hitting it really well.
They hit the ball a mile. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I can't take the lines. I mean, granted, I'm an old man at this point, I guess. But, yeah, it makes me wish I played golf when I was, I took lessons. And it wasn't cool to be on the golf team back when I was in high school, but I wish I would have done it.
Now it's cool.
Kind of is, don't you think? I mean, it's kind of cool. All right, 505-246-0610. Kenny Thomas is going to be in. We'll talk with the former Lobo great. We'll talk some hoops coming up at 9 o'clock on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Mirror here. And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team's going through some changes, but we're here to stay. We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field. 505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space. And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Locked in, shorty, you got my attention. CEO, baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
I was born in New Mexico. I grew up on these streets. I got in trouble here, and I fought my way back in Burquia. I love New Mexico, especially the people. Now I'm using my training, tenacity, and energy to fight for you. I'm Adam Oki, lawyer, fighter, and New Mexican. I was a local athlete here in New Mexico, so I'm proud to support your local athletes.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Spout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows.
History of the hoe.
Give me a hoe if you got
another hoe
funky
for you, by the
bus fare.
Because Rudy came in and gave us the history of the hoe earlier. And the text line says, I've always been pretty partial to the great Hawaiian pop singer, Don Ho. That's a good hoe. That's a good hoe, too. Got another one in here that said, the history of the hoe. It's from Mike. He says, the hoe is the only thing that Bob Clark hasn't stolen from the opening drive, Jeff Alou. Yeah, he hasn't stolen me or JJ either. So we're me, you, and the hoe are the only that ain't worth anything, I guess. How many producers has he taken from us? All of them?
A few of them.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, that's probably right. What else does the text line say? Jeff and JJ, I'll get into that one later. Good morning, Jeff and JJ. I don't think the playoffs are bad. It's just the officiating makes it hard to watch. Has officiating been a big issue for you in the playoffs? It's an impossible game to officiate, dude. It is.
Not more than usual.
I don't know what a foul is anymore. I don't. And it's almost surprised me when they call a foul now. You know what I mean? Because it's so physical. It's so much. We can get into that with Kenny a little bit and see what he thinks about it. But Kenny Thomas is going to be with us coming up here in a few minutes. And we'll kick it with Kenny and now that he's got his big new shiny show, we'll do that. All right. Coming up, Nuggets and Thunder, Game 7 coming up. Knicks tonight. Take care of the chaos of Maycember. Call my friends at On the Spot Automotive Detailing. With school and graduation and summer plans, it's a lot. So go out and get your car detailed. Let the award-winning team at On the Spot Automotive Detailing take one thing off your plate with mobile professional service. They come to you wherever and whenever you want it. It's interior, exterior, everything in between. Your car will look and feel brand new. Talk to them about paint protection film. Guards against rock chips and bugs and road debris. Add ceramic coating. Keep that shine all season long. And the intense sun is here. Get your windows tinted. On the Spot Automotive Detailing. Voted best in the city because they are best in the city. It's all online. I love what they do. You will as well. It's at otsdetailing.com. That's otsdetailing.com.
Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone. leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
The sports animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Got a little movement at the PGA Championship. Max Homa's playing some golf today.
Oh, yeah.
Max is -6 after 13 holes. He's moved to within 2 strokes of the lead, -4 overall. And both Matthew Perron, that's Matthew Perron because he's French, and JJ Spawn because, well, he's an Aztec. Both of those guys 4 under today, and they're 4 under for the tournament. Your leader's still Jonathan Vegas. He's out there 1 stroke better than Aaron Rye, Michael Thorbergson, and Ryan Gerard. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. We are now joined by the star of Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas and ZJ. It'll debut tomorrow morning.
Why are you smiling?
Former
Tell
Lobo
the people
great.
why you smiling.
Because you got your own show, and I'm stoked for you. That's why.
I love you. I know what that look is about.
What is it?
No, I can't say on air, but I know what it is. man.
Congratulations on the new show. Starts tomorrow. Everybody tune in 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
What's on the big show tomorrow?
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be an introduction right away.
Yeah,
I mean,
introduction right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, I'm
Break
Kenny.
it down.
Nice to meet you. Hello, my name is.
Yeah, but
Hi,
look-
my name is. Hi, my name is. Hi, my name is.
I'm in here bobbing too right now. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a lot of different things. Obviously, I'm trying to be like you and JJ, have a voice, talk about a couple different things, different sports. Yeah, man, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna have some guests on. I'm gonna have some NBA players, some NFL players, some other people, and yeah, it's gonna be cool.
JJ, Kenny's got his name in the open now. He's got his own show. What's your advice to Kenny Thomas?
I don't have any advice for Kenny Thomas.
Are you
because
kidding me?
No, man.
I'll take it all.
Keep it real. Be yourself.
There you go.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna keep it real, and you guys are gonna come on right away.
All right. I should be up by then tomorrow. What, tomorrow, 10 o'clock? Yeah. I don't have a tea time tomorrow. I got to take my car in to get the oil changed. All right.
My guy.
Nuggets beat the Thunder last night, 119-107. Jokic was good. Murray was good. Julian Strawther was good. But Aaron Gordon tweaked his hammy, and they're saying it's very, very concerning. Let's look forward and then look back. If Aaron Gordon's out, I don't think they can win. I'm not telling you he's Nikola Jokic, but I think he's been so essential to what they do. If he can't play on Sunday,
it's a wrap.
You think it's Oklahoma City's?
It's a wrap.
All right. What if he can play?
It's one of those probably 50-50s. And I'm stoked right now because it's JJ's squad. I don't know if it's your squad like that, but at the same time, Murray showed up and he was sick, apparently. Still came out and played an unbelievable game. But we got to keep in mind the supporting cast showed up in this last game, and they were very consistent. Porter showed up. There was some bench activity on the Nuggets side, but it's going to be very interesting to see how the Nuggets come out in Game 7, right? Because that energy in OKC is going to be electric, and it's going to be a very interesting moment how the Nuggets actually come out and respond. If Gordon's out, man, that's a wrap. It's over.
Yeah, I think Aaron Gordon is the second most impactful player for the Nuggets. And we talk so much about Jamal Murray and his offense, but the athleticism, the defense that Gordon brings, versatility. He's the backup center. So when Jokic sits just for 5 minutes, you're getting Gordon at the 5. And I think we've seen with Oklahoma City the previous 2 games in the fourth quarter, they showed that they can close, and I think they're going to do that in Game 7.
Yeah, and then you got to think about Gordon, man. He's a very dynamic player because he can play on the perimeter. I really like the Gordon and Joker combination of playing off of each other because they're trying to take advantage of the mismatch, which is going to best suit them, who's going to have the better opportunity. But, yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting Game 7.
What'd you think of Murray last night? Sick, coming back. I mean, they needed him. You guys, JJ, I appreciate that he's the number, Gordon's the number 2, but I think for them to win, Murray's got to be their number 2. He's got to be, and he hasn't been
scorer.
Yeah, and he hasn't been consistent enough. But I think for them to win, he's got to be the number 2 scorer. You guys disagree with that?
I totally agree. Isn't he averaging like 22 points?
I don't know what it is.
So as much as we talk about playoff Jimmy, no one has a bigger increase from the regular season to the postseason in their scoring than Jamal Murray.
Is that right?
Oh, interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He needs to play sick more. Stay sick, man. You're laughing.
Go out and get infected.
you're laughing, but it's one of those things. It's like, think about Michael Jordan when he played against Utah.
Yeah.
In Utah, right? He was sick. He was on his.
That was a legendary game.
But I know it's Michael Jordan, but it's one of those things when you're sick, you have a tendency to play better. I played a little bit better when I was sick.
Do you really?
Oh,
Why is that?
More loose, more free, maybe.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's the whole point I was trying to get to because it's loose, but it's a sense of urgency, right? Because it's taking a little bit more effort than just going out there playing like you normally would.
Let me
and
ask you
having
this:
a certain flow.
Do you play sick in regular season games, or is it because it's like?
Yeah,
I'm going to guess he might have sat out if this was a January game in Cleveland. Cleveland's a bad example these days, but because they're really good. But whatever. In New Jersey, they don't play in New Jersey anymore, Brooklyn, as opposed to a playoff game. I mean, would you have played if it was a regular season game as opposed to a playoff game?
Yeah.
You would have.
It depends. I mean, you got to keep in mind, if you're sick, you're going to see the trainer. You're going to see the doctor that day.
Yeah, you're puking.
You're resting. You're getting fluids. You might get an IV. There's multiple things that can help you to be able to get ready and be successful, right? And if you can't, you can't. Yeah, but playoff game, man. Game 6, you got to show up regardless. And if he wouldn't have showed up with him making all that money, come on, you know how that works. They would have been like, what's going on, man?
All right, let me look at the other side. Oklahoma City is the 1 seed. This is the year that they turn the corner, right? They were going to learn to win. They were going to represent the West. Minnesota's sitting there. I think no matter who Minnesota gets, I think the Western Final's intriguing. I can't, JJ, you and I haven't talked about this. I feel like this is a gigantic game for that franchise.
Which one?
Game 7, Oklahoma City against Denver. It's huge for Oklahoma City.
Without a doubt. We're always on the same page. This is huge. This is that turning moment, like you said. But I'm going to say this. Even with Gordon now, it's probably a wrap. I'm not saying he's going to be out. I hope he does play. If Denver's making shots, if Murray's making shots, if they're hitting on all cylinders like they did with the supporting cast with Porter and some of those other guys, they do have a chance because they've been there, right? But OKC is so dynamic when it comes to pushing the ball. There's multiple guys that's out there pushing the ball, which Joker can do the same thing. But OKC, I feel like it's a different beast right now. And if they turn that corner, OKC, Minnesota, it's going to be a very intriguing series.
JJ, do you think I'm overstating the importance for the franchise? I mean, they have the best record in the NBA.
No.
This was the year they probably have the MVP. To get over the hump this year?
It's one where you can't downplay the significance of a Game 7.
Yeah.
But this is not a team and or a franchise that anything changes drastically.
You don't blow it up, obviously.
Because, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams still in rookie contracts. Shea's not going anywhere. Like, do you do some stuff around the edges? Sure, but they're in a really good spot where it is really important, but it doesn't change the trajectory of where they go.
You got to keep in mind, the way that they're gelling right now, OKC, is because of the different pieces that they have. This is the moment for them to actually turn the corner. I don't care about age or anything that has anything to do with it. If they don't turn this corner at this moment, you never know if you're going to get back to this moment, because OKC, I'm pretty sure, just like any other team, there's guys that are cornerstones that's helping each one of these teams, specifically a OKC player that might not be there next year. And
Fair.
It's all about gelling, man. You never know.
All right. I'm going to start, Kenny, but JJ, I want your thoughts on this too. How much in a Game 7 does a coach matter? And B, who do you like better? I think David Adelman's done a really, really nice job as he's trying to earn that job. Oh, by the way, you look at them and they're somewhat interchangeable. They both wear all black. They're I mean, relatively similar. Like, wait, which guy is that? But Mark Dagnall or David Adelman, A, how much does the coach matter in a Game 7? And B, which coach do you like better for this Game 7?
Obviously, it's going to come down to a little bit of experience.
Did you play for Rick Adelman?
Yes, I did.
Did you
I
know
was
David?
just about to add that. I used to see him all the time.
Really?
You kidding me? Yeah. I coached under. I had 5 coaches in Sacramento.
Yeah,
from
Rick had to be one of
2010. Rick was the very first one. Rick was the one that played me when I came.
So
I
him.
played. Like there was a time to where I was in the starting lineup. We were having fun, and then Sharif Abdul-Rahim came, and then he blew it up for me. I was playing behind him, but then he got his mouth wired. He had to keep it shut because he got hit in the mouth, and then started starting again. But man, those first 2 years under Rick was amazing. Yeah. But yeah,
I sidetracked you. Sorry. So who's a better coach, and how much does a coach matter?
A coach is going to matter when it comes to strategizing and matchups. This is where you rely on your assistants, right, to a whole different level, because you can't see everything. Obviously, the players are going to play a big component because they got to make the buckets and play the right way.
Yeah.
Rotations, the coach is a huge aspect, and calling the right plays in the moments.
JJ, who do you like better? As a coach going into Game 7, you like Adelman
Denver.
or you like Dagnall?
I like Denver.
Or you like Denver? Okay.
I like Denver. Coaching side of it.
It's hard to pick the interim coach in this, but I really liked the defensive adjustments in the first half yesterday from Denver. I thought it was a good move by the coaching staff. And I think I'm going to lean Oklahoma City. But, it's one that to be here with everything that the Nuggets went through in the final week of this season is fascinating. To be in a Game 7, second round with a chance to go to the Western Conference Finals after blowing it up with a week to go, I think that says a lot about the character of this team, who those players are, and why it evens out the coaching matchup.
So you think it's pretty even. How much do you think it matters in a game like this? Because it feels like in a Game 7, I lean on players make plays so much, and it almost feels like you're gonna play your dues anyway, right? You're gonna go with who you go with.
Players make plays, man, and when you have Joker coming up and doing what Joker's supposed to do, bringing the ball up and doing so many different things. Man, it's the players. When you got a possibly player of the year over there for OKC, it's just one of those things, man. They're going to come out and make big plays.
All right, when we come back, I want to look at Game 6 tonight in New York. I love the way Boston responded.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap tonight.
Oh, it's a wrap.
All right, well, then never mind. We don't need to come back.
Yeah, we can.
But we're going to anyway. Kenny Thomas in the studio. We're kicking it with Kenny, the former Lobo great. Not former. He's always going to be an 11-year veteran in the NBA. And now the host of Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas on Saturday mornings here on the Sports Animal. It's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, joined by Kenny Thomas on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. Our law firm was founded by my father, Thibaut J. Chavez, with one goal, to get New Mexicans the help they need. That's why we built a different kind of law firm. We focus on family values, dedicated service, and we make a real contribution by giving back to our communities. We can't change what happened to you or your loved ones, but we can help you get back on the road to recovery. We're by your side, and we're still as local as red and green.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in.
Kenny Thomas from Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas fame is here with us on these Sports Animal. I heard he played basketball and you played for the Lobos. You're the guy on the radio, right?
I think so.
You played for the Lobos, played the NBA.
And you know why I'm on the radio? Because of this guy right across from me.
No, man, it ain't my fault.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not taking the hit
your
for that.
fault.
I'm not taking the hit for that one.
No, you brought me in on your show on Tuesdays and Fridays. You and
man.
JJ.
Now you got your own show. Now you're big league.
I'm blessed, man.
All right, we got Game 6 tonight. JJ and I were talking about this. I don't know what day today is. I don't know, 2 days ago when the Celtics and Knicks played. Tatum goes out. It's horrible, man.
Yeah.
You feel bad for him. They asked you to adjust your camera. I don't know if you can see how you're looking, but I thought the Celtics would hold serve at home. Now, I didn't think that they were going to hold serve by going and finding a seventh-year pro out of Vanderbilt coming off the bench and what's my dude's name? JJ, that came off the bench the other night from Vanderbilt. Luke Cornett.
Who's that?
That's the dude who came off. See?
Yeah, who's that?
That's the dude who came off the bench and had 10 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 block shots for the Celtics.
Hey.
Big white dude from Vanderbilt.
Oh, yeah. I know who that is.
Oh, now
yeah,
you know.
I don't know him by name. They used to say the same thing about me in 99 when I came off the bench and barely played. Who's that dude? It happens.
I thought the Celtics were too proud to go out at home, and they went. But, boy, it's hard to see them winning tonight. But if the Knicks don't win tonight, all bets are off in Game 7.
Ooh. And Tatum, obviously, before he went down, he had like 33 or 40.
He had 42 in that game.
or something like that. And, still like 9-10 minutes left in the game. I think it's over in New York, but at the same time, Boston got some boys over there. They got some dogs. Now they're not all standing and watching Tatum do his thing, right? To where Brown's going to have to do a little bit more. And it's going to be, I was just about to say White. Like, he's a dude that can actually come in and put up a good 15, 20 points. If they have another guy outside of Brown that can actually do that, that is complimenting Tatum from the standpoint, because you're not missing, obviously you're missing a lot of Tatums there, but you're helping from the standpoint of having 2 or 3 guys, maybe even a third guy that comes in and actually scores a little bit.
JJ, who you like tonight?
Knicks.
It's hard not to like the Knicks tonight, right?
Now or never.
Brunson, man, that kid, that kid's insane. He's not a kid. That young man's insane.
What do you think the spread is? Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
What do you think it is?
Let me see. I could tell you.
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Guess it. Don't look at it. What do you think the spread is?
So in New York,
yeah,
Knicks 2.5.
What do you think?
5.
2.5. Knicks by 2.5 tonight.
No. I say 5.
All right, but I'm telling you what it is.
Oh, is it 2.5? Yeah. Come on, man. You said guess.
Yeah, you did, and then I told you what it is.
This is why I don't bet. This is exactly why.
I think I like the Knicks laying 2.5 tonight. I think this was a great run by the Celtics. I think they play really hard for 3.5 quarters, and I think the Knicks pull away. Look, if they don't tonight, then look out. Let me ask you this, and we asked this question earlier because I was thinking about it yesterday. If Denver wins, we're going to have a 4 versus 6 in the West.
Okay.
If the Knicks win, and we think they will, we're going to have a 3 versus 4 or 5. Indiana was a 4 or 5, JJ.
I think they were.
Indiana's 4.
So we'll have 3 versus 4 in the East.
That's cool.
We won't have a 1 seed. We won't have a 2 seed. People say I want to see the stars. Your stars are going to be Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton.
Underrated.
If it's Denver, it's going to be Jokic. If it's Oklahoma City, it'll be SGA and Anthony Edwards. I don't have LeBron. I don't have Steph. I don't have Giannis. Good for the NBA?
Huge.
Have these playoffs been good or not good?
It's been amazing for the NBA, especially with the ratings being down as of this year and probably the previous year.
You think it helps the ratings to have Oklahoma City versus Minnesota?
Yeah, because think about it. Those 4 teams have guys that are like right in the middle of like becoming like unbelievable stars outside of what they already are already. They're going to be the future of the NBA. If you really think about it, that's the exciting part of it.
They are going to be, but are they? Will it draw? Like if you're sitting in the league office, you're good about this. You want New York so badly, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, New York, huge market. Yeah. How do you not?
Well, because
that's like LA.
Because you're probably gonna have Indiana, Oklahoma City, and Minneapolis.
Yeah, but you lost LA too, so that complements it with New York. But it's the talent that's on those other 3 teams. I feel like that's gonna spike the ratings and help it.
We had this conversation earlier, and until we broke it down, I don't think I realized it. How many transcending crossover stars, meaning you and I know them, JJ knows them, but your girlfriend or your friends who don't follow the NBA, how many people in the NBA, how many like superstars do you think there are right now? Transcending stars.
Oh.
People who don't watch the game that would know who you're talking about.
At least 10.
I think the answer is
15.
2. I think the answer is 2.
What?
I think the answer is 2.
And who? What? Who? LeBron? Steph?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Outside of those guys, though.
No, not outside, including, I think they're it. If you walk down the hall or down the street or go wherever you're going today and talk to people who don't know the NBA, but I'll put it in perspective because I don't think it's bad. I think there's one major league player that people know. Baseball. I think it's Shohei Ohtani. I don't know that people. I think there's 3. JJ thinks 2 in the NFL.
That's fair.
One of them's Travis Kelce because of who he's dating.
That. Oh, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, and I think people know Aaron Rodgers.
That's fair.
Now
that I think about it.
Right, and I didn't think about it either. Is it different now than it was in the day?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you put it in that perspective, it's totally different because during my time, which is the late Michael Jordan era and Allen Iverson era, it's totally different.
But you were in that world, right? So if you'd walk down the halls at an insurance company and talk to Edith or Thelma or whomever, or maybe even Billy, who doesn't watch the game, they'd have known Michael. Allen. By the way, I watched Iverson. I watched the full practice quote the other day because it was the anniversary of it. It is so good.
And he's been to Albuquerque for me.
That's good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But
it's still so good, though, by the way. Were you there when he did his practice quote?
No, I was after. I came right after, man. I always miss the good stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I missed the ring. I missed that. But I did get to see a lot of entertaining situations with Allen Iverson.
Yeah, you can tell me later.
Oh, yeah. Totally got to go off the record on that one. But, yeah, I totally got to agree with you when you break it down like that.
And you got the 2.
Yeah. And Giannis.
See, we talked about it. We think Giannis, Jokic, some of these guys are familiar to sports fans that watch the NBA, but not people like they're not transcending. If you don't watch basketball, you're like, what's a Giannis, dude?
Well, it's special because there's only a couple per generation.
I think that's right, though. I don't know that it's different than any other generation, and I think it's okay. But if you become that level, like Steph hosted that. Did you ever watch? What was a show called Holy Moly? The miniature golf show? I loved that show. By the way,
they need to bring that back.
I hope they do. They used to bring it back in the summer. It was awesome.
Yeah,
right. But he transcended. He did that. I mean, LeBron is what LeBron is. But when Magic and Bird were okay, they were those dudes. Michael was that dude. Kobe was that dude. There weren't that many. There just aren't. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a telltale of the generation.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Probably. Yeah.
Wilt.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah. Oscar.
See, when you got guys who go by one name and you know who they are, and they were generations ago, right?
There we go. Pistol.
Yeah.
Hey, but now, I totally got to agree with you right now.
I don't know how good Pistol was. I heard he was good. Lobo's got a dude named Sir.
I was about to say, what about those transcending Lobos?
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many you think there is there?
How many what?
Lobos.
None.
That. You guys hear this guy?
I guess you could say Luke. Yeah, you just say Luke. Yeah, you're right.
Luke, Michael Cooper. You know what I'm saying?
The
boys.
Kenny. Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, I can't recall.
Yeah.
Spider. That's fair, JJ. How many Lobo? Like, if you just say one name, you know who you're talking about. Luke,
are
Kenny.
You kidding me right now? Reverse that.
Sorry, Kenny, Luke.
JJ's even smiling.
I mean,
that's awesome.
There weren't that many Nellies. I'm just saying, there was only one Nelly.
Donnie.
Right, there's a lot.
The late Reuben Douglas could get it up.
I'll tell you what, he could score.
Yeah, he could score. Late Greg Brown.
Yeah. All right, what's on the show tomorrow? You got Kenny's on the air tomorrow morning. You got your whole rundown built. You and Zay put that whole thing together already.
Oh yeah, we about to go over it after the show.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right, so it's not put together yet. So it's a secret yet. Oh, it is.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you just gotta tune in. It's 2 hours.
2 hours? What are you gonna do for 2 hours?
2 hours. This is where Zay comes in, I guess. Like you have JJ, Batman, and Robin.
No, dude. I'm merely freaking boy wonder, dude.
This is where
JJ puts this rundown together. Right here. He does that, not me.
And I'm about to get hooked up with a rundown too for mine. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to be like you two studs. But I got an announcement, if you don't mind. The gun buyback has been postponed for tomorrow. Yeah, there's some unforeseeable situations that came up. And yes, it's going to be rescheduled, so stay tuned for that. It is not happening tomorrow. And then if you tune into my show, I will be announcing it as well, which starts at 10 a.m. on
Saturday.
All
right, go enjoy the weekend. He is Kenny Thomas. You and JJ will be together on Tuesday.
Awesome.
I might not be here Tuesday. I'm not sure. I think I got plans. I'm traveling next week a little bit. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. Kenny Thomas, good to see you.
Thank you, sir.
He's
Always
JJ
great
Buck.
to see you.
It's great to be seen. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
I'm David C. Chavis, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our...
That's right. There's good guys and there's bad guys. Good guys watch my home. Make sure they watch yours as well. Bad guys are out there. You know the property crime's on the rise. You know that the officer shortage is reality. International Protective Service, IPS, is affordable private security. I've trusted them for years. They watch my home. They're there every single day. When I travel, they come by a couple of times a day. They do exterior checks. They'll pick up newspapers, mail, packages that are left on your porch. They'll even roll the garbage cans to the curb and back on garbage day. Talk to them about what they can do for you. They protect hundreds of homes and businesses in Albuquerque and Santa Fe. They've got officers strategically placed all around town. When an alarm goes off, they're there within 7 minutes or less. They install alarms, camera systems. They've got a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. It all raises the level of security around your home and your business. So, who's watching your home when you're gone? Look, don't wait to be a victim. It's then too late. Call IPS. Talk to them about what they can do for you. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Gave you the keyword for the backyard blow up, but I'll give it to you again. It is sun, S-U-N. you can take that words SUN, S-U-N, and you can text it to 505-246-0610 and be entered to win the backyard blow up, $15,000 worth of greatness for your backyard. So get in on that. Jonathan, Vegas is even on the day, 2 up on the field at the PGA Championship, -7. It is now JJ Spawn, Matthew Pavon, and Ryan Garrard at -5. JJ, you rooting for the Aztec? His name is JJ. He played in the Mountain West Conference, and he's in second place at the PGA Championship. I mean, you pulling for him?
Well, I'm always about JJ.
Yeah, of course you are.
Now, the Aztecs, yeah, Mountain West Conference, but saltiness, some bitterness.
Yeah.
I will pull for the JJ, reluctantly for the Aztec.
JJ Spawn, he was in he was in a playoff with somebody this year. I'm trying to remember which tournament it was. Here, I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, he's had a heck of a season. Tied for second at Palm Beach. Anyway, that's what's going on at the PGA Championship. All right, you can get in at 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. Got the history of the hose today. Rudy sent that in. Who you got tonight? You got the Knicks or the Celtics? Who you got this weekend? Nuggets and Thunder, Game 7. We might have another Game 7. I got this one, and I didn't know about this one, JJ. It says Jeff and JJ's from Ronnie. What are your thoughts on the backup catcher for the A's who struck out Shohei Ohtani and kept the ball for authentication? Seems kind of classless to me when your team is getting beat like a drum. So I guess I didn't know that happened. I know that the Dodgers beat the stuffing out of the A's yesterday. Final score was like 19-3, if I'm not mistaken. Shohei hit 2 home runs yesterday. So the Athletics were down to, I mean, they started throwing dudes, right? They threw a third baseman, I guess. And I guess we're talking about Osvaldo Bido, is that right? Is that who we're talking about? I don't even know. Well, he's a starter. He pitched. I don't know the situation, to be honest with you. But I'm going to tell you, I don't have a problem with it. I just struck out Shohei. He hit 2 home runs, and I pitch like, I don't know, once every 3 years in a blowout. And I kept the ball. I guess that doesn't bother me. Should it?
No. Athletes keep a ton of stuff. And he got him with high heat.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who was
My
it?
favorite thing is watching the dude pitch right after he throws the pitch.
Yeah.
He starts backing up. He's so uncomfortable.
Because he's so not used to being there. Who is it?
Whoever number 64 is.
Whoever number 64 is.
Pareda.
All right. Am I looking at the wrong damn game? Pareda. Oh, yeah, here it is. Yeah. I'm going the wrong way.
Like
Johnny Pareda.
Yeah, you're getting blown out. There's nothing Bush League about it.
He's a catcher, dude.
Like, dude, you just struck out one of the greatest players of all time. Like the best player that I will ever witness playing baseball, Shohei Ohtani. And that dude just struck him out. Who cares the blowout? You keep things from games all throughout your career. Like, there's bench players that never get action that after the game go, hey, man, can I get your autograph? Like, it happens.
Yeah, tell me what else you know about Johnny Pareda, who wears number 64 and is a backup catcher for the A's.
He's a catcher, and the story he's going to tell for the rest of his life is he struck out Shohei Ohtani.
So he's throwing pus. Literally, he throws the ball and backs up off of the back of the mound every time he throws the ball. I don't expect great form out of my backup catcher as far as being a pitcher. But I want you to picture a dude kind of throwing pus, right? 63 mile an hour.
Why can't these guys pitch? It's ridiculous.
Stop it. But I'm not telling you pitchers should be able to catch or play shortstop, but everybody hits.
Everybody.
How do you not
hits.
see the difference there? Honestly.
Those are very hard things to do.
How do you not say everybody, third baseman's, right fielders, third baseman's, catchers, everybody hits. Well, but the pitchers can't. No. I mean, they that's a different skill. Their skill's way harder than playing catcher, who has to way more physical and does it every day. And
pretend you're sitting on a chair for 9 innings.
I mean, my guy's got every fifth day. My guy's got to go out and throw 5 innings worth of baseball. How do you expect him to hit? I mean, he's
89 up in the zone.
Was the last pitch 89?
Yeah,
because he was throwing 64-mile-an-hour plus, and the last one, he did 89 up in the zone, and dude's backing out, and he's kind of smiling. He has to hide his face. The pitch was up high. And Shohei had already, the dude, did you see him put his arms up to protect himself? He's scared to death that it's going to come back and hit him in the lips. And then he did.
Then he's like, I'm going to keep this.
Yeah,
one.
he threw the ball
I
out.
love it.
Yeah,
no problem whatsoever with
So,
that.
Ronnie, how do I feel about it? I got zero issues with it. In fact, there's part of me that applauds it. The fact that dude is out of his comfort zone. He's wearing number 64. He's a backup catcher in a night. What was the score at that point?
17-2-2.
He's in a 17-2 game.
For the Sacramento Athletics.
He's backing up, he's literally throwing the ball and then covering up as he backs off the mound. I got zero problem with it. In fact, if he went over and had Shohei sign the ball after the game, I'd have no problem. I got a backup catcher batting $188, pitching in a 17-3 game or 17-2 game. No problem at all. None. In fact, I find it to be immensely genuine and maybe one of the most genuine things that I've seen in sports in a long time.
Pairing in, because his 34th career game.
Yes. Here's to you. What's your name? Johnny Pereda? Johonny from Venezuela? No, man. How do I feel? Ronnie, now that I've seen it, I respect the hell out of it.
I will.
Yeah.
So as bad as Colorado has been this year.
They've been bad?
The Rockies are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Looking so the backup catcher, Johnny Pereda, that was already his 3rd appearance this season.
Is it really? As far as pitching?
Pitching.
Shut up.
He's gone 3 innings so far this year. With 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned.
So he's my scrub as I'm getting my ass kicked on a daily basis.
He pitched in an 18-3 loss March 31st, the 15-2 loss April 29th, and then the 19-2 loss last night.
What were those scores?
18-3,
oh, God.
15-2, 19-2.
I mean, it's like watching the Bad News Bears. It's going out to your local Little League, isn't it?
The dude,
come on, no, you just shouldn't be getting beat as a major league team.
He
15-3 or whatever the hell you
told
me.
Got 3 strikeouts, only 2 walks.
19-2, 12-2. Some of the scores they lose by, they're gross too. 12-5. I mean, they're not as bad as your team, but they're gross. The Sacramento Athletics. What's their record, dude? 22-22. They're a 500 ball club.
Team.
With Johnny, and that's probably how he stays in the bigs, dude.
3 appearances
because he's batting $1.88. But he's we get blown out, I don't know, once a week. And so we got a guy who can, throw 64-mile-an-hour plus and come back with an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. And backing up off. I want to see him is it only Ohtani where he backed up? Or do you think he backs up pitching to everybody? Because, dude, literally, and I get it, man. You're 60 feet, 6 inches away from home plate. And then by the time you step in, you're 56 feet away. Dude shoots one back at your lips. You're in danger. And you're not used to it. So, yeah. You know how, in golf, Nick Neat just gave you the whole golf tip today was getting your way through, right? Transitioning your weight. In baseball, you throw it, and he compared it to throwing a baseball. Well, this dude's throwing a ball off his back foot because he's backing up and protecting himself because he's afraid that thing's coming right back at him and going to hit him in the lips. By the way, the Athletics are 2 games out of first place. How do I feel, Ronnie? absolute respect for a dude wearing number 64 as a backup catcher for the Sacramento A's, finding a way to stay in the big leagues. How do I feel about it? 100% respect. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts, and floats.
From Mo. You know what he got out of that whole Shohei Ohtani strikeout story from Johnny Pareda? He said, "What is pus?" I said, "Pus? It's that stuff that oozes out of sores, or it's a big loopy breaking ball." I mean, it's those two things, right? Pus is like what oozes out of a sore, or like a big loopy breaking ball that comes in at, 50, 60 miles an hour. It was 64 miles an hour.
Was that ephus pitch?
Well, that's that big loopy, that high arcing, which, by the way, would always amaze me if someone threw it. I always wanted to see it more. But the ephus pitch is like that big, high, lobby, high arcing. That would be pus too. What is it, Friday, last segment? Terry, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's happening, Terry?
Good Friday, Jeff. Good Friday, JJ. Having had my face broken with a baseball, I would almost think somebody would want to go out there in one of them bomb squad outfits to pitch to Shohei, because I'm thinking as hard as he hits the ball off guys that are normal pitchers, I'm just thinking, geez, what is he been clocked at 120 some miles an hour off his bat?
Well, the home run he hit yesterday, JJ, what was it? Who hit no, that was something else. It was like 118 or something. Yeah, no, it's oozing, man.
Yeah, because I had it, I think it was American Legion in high school, and Walt Arnold came up to bat, former Lobo, NFL tight end, all that.
I know.
And I told the catcher, the ball ain't going to be anywhere near the strike zone. I want to live to see tomorrow. He was an animal back then, so he was one guy that put the fear in God of me back then when he came to the plate. So, yeah, I would keep the ball. I mean, it's a memento. It's not saying, he'll have it for his lifetime. Hey, I struck out this guy who's going to the Hall of Fame, and here's the ball I did it with. And yeah, it's just something there. And it's not showing off. It's just something he can show his family wherever he lives 20, 30 years from now.
And I'm Johnny Pareda, and I'm batting $188 in the big leagues, just trying to hang on. Hell yes.
Yeah, and he's got his 3 relief appearances, and hey, yeah, that's what he serves his purpose. But yeah, I'll check Kenny's new show tomorrow. Last little part. I mean, hey, Kenny, you mentioned Michael Porter, 10 points. You left out the KU poor kid. Christian Brown put up 22. I think he was a little more important. Bang for your buck. Michael Porter's contract or what they're paying Christian Brown. Who's getting their money's worth from those two guys?
Easy answer.
We'll leave it on that. But you guys have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.
Easy answer there. Hell yes, I'm keeping the ball. I mean, it's easy. Ronnie, I'm sorry if that bothers you. It doesn't bother me at all. All about it. All right, let me give you the update as you get out of here at the PGA Championship. Second major of the year, Jonathan Vegas is still holding on to the top spot. He is even on the day and 7 under par, 2 strokes clear of the field. Max Homa, JJ Spawn, and Matthew Perron have all made moves today, big moves today. So it looks like the course is gettable because those guys are 5 and 7 under. So it looks like there's moves to be made today. They're 5 and 7 under on the day, both at 5 under. As I look down, Keegan Bradley's at -3. Guys who are out there, do you see Bryson? Bryson's at -1. He's through 11. Cutline is projected at 1 over par. Sergio made a little move today. He's at 1 over. Guys going the other way. Jordan Spieth is going to have to make up some move. He's 3 under on the day. He's 1 below the cut line at +2. Him and Justin Thomas both are 1 on the wrong side of the cut line, both at 2 over par. Rory will go later today as well. All right, 505-246-0610. I guess there's still time for you. Anything I missed? I'm checking all your correspondence, and we're good. All right, big weekend for Lobo baseball. 2 o'clock today. If you want to get out there and watch them play Fresno State after dropping last night's game 7-5, they've got to win the next 2 to claim a bye in the first round of the Mountain West Conference tournament. That means they've got to win today. It's free admission, and you can get out there. I think graduation's going on, so just think about that in regards to parking. They got graduation going on at the pit, so give yourself a few extra minutes to get out there. State baseball tournament, state softball tournament, state track and field, all going on around UNM today, and out at the Spark Kindness Center out on the west side. So if you want to get in on that, do that. Hey, I did tease this. JJ, the Cowboys, first team in NFL history to play 4 Thursday games in a single season. And then the stretch you put on here, they're going to be the first team in NFL history to play 6 consecutive games against teams that won at least 11 games the previous season. That's a hell of a gauntlet. Weeks 12 through 17.
It happens at the back end of the season, and we expect, Philadelphia, Kansas City, Detroit.
They'll all be good.
To be really good. Minnesota, we'll see in the second half of the season, J.J. McCarthy.
Yep.
And the Chargers are going to be a formidable foe, and that's going to be huge because the Commanders division, Eagles division, can the Cowboys be a playoff team? Well, they're going to be tested 12-17 right there at the end of the season.
Yep. Yeah, that's a stretch. Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commandos. I know it's Commanders. Stop it. Commanders are going to be good, dude. I think the Commanders, I know there tends to be a sophomore slump in the NFL with quarterbacks, right? We hear about it. We watched C.J. Stroud. Did he get better?
Still a playoff team.
Still a playoff team. They're in the same division as the defending champions who kept everything together, essentially. So there's no reason to think the Eagles are going to take a step backwards. There's every reason to think the Commanders are going to get better. Thank you to Kenny Thomas. He was with us today. His show, Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas, airs tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on the Sports Animal. Thanks to Nick Nee. He's the director of golf at the beautiful San Diego Golf Club. He was with us today as well. The Jim Rome Show is not next because The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. Then you get the Jim Rome Show. 2 Men On's here at 4. Isotopes baseball against Tacoma after that. We're back Monday morning with award-winning radio then. Adrian, great job this week. Have a great weekend. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Big weekend for you?
Huge.
Enjoy it. Have a great, safe weekend, boys and girls. Be good to each other. Please be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. Smell you on Monday.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.